Hi, welcome to Chapter 4. Sit tight or hang loose. A few seconds later, Mr. Jack was on the scene. Everybody okay? He asked. Anybody hurt? After making sure that everyone is fine and it was safe, he carefully unplugged the incubator. Miss Garcia sighed. Well, that was a disappointment, she said. The school bought this incubator right after I started working here, said Mr. Jack. I put it together. We go back a long way. Oh, so it was ancient, said Miss Garcia, and it's on its last legs? Well, I don't know about that, said Mr. Jack, picking up the incubator and tucking it under his arm. I think we both got some life left in us. Amelia Bedelia looked around the classroom. She wondered if she was the only one paying attention to this odd conversation. Miss Chase, the gym teacher, stuck her head in the doorway. Is everything okay? She asked. What was that noise? Our incubator gave up on the ghost, said Miss Garcia. Dead as a doornail. Amelia Bedelia's eyes widened. She looked at her friends. Was the incubator haunted? Could they get new legs for it? Miss Garcia thought for a moment. Would you mind keeping an eye on the class? She asked Miss Chase. That sounded pretty uncomfortable to Bedelia, but to her surprise, Miss Chase agreed. Miss Garcia turned to the students. Can you all sit tight while I'm gone? They nodded. Amelia Bedelia shifted in her seat. How do you sit tight? And how was it different from the way she usually sat? She looked around at her friends. Everyone looked exactly the same, only more worried. The classroom was quiet. I'll be back in a few minutes, said Miss Garcia. Hang loose till then. Amelia Bedelia was confused. Should she sit tight or hang loose? What was the difference? So, how do chickens stay in shape? Clay asked. I don't know, Clay, Miss Chase finally said. How do chickens stay in shape? They exercise, answered Clay. Well, I should have known that one, said the gym teacher. A few students laughed half-heartedly. Why did the chicken cross the playground? Clay asked. Here we go. To get to the other side? What do you call a chicken that goes on a safari? An explorer? Even though Amelia thought Clay's jokes were pretty good, she was too worried to even smile. What did the egg say to the clown? Clay continued. You crack me up, came the answer from the doorway. Miss Garcia had returned. She thanked Miss Chase and then sat down at her desk. I just went to Principal Hutchinson's office and told her what happened. She explained. I asked if there were any money in the budget to purchase a new incubator. And what did she say? Asked Teddy. Miss Garcia shook her head. It seems the school is strapped for cash. Is that good or bad? Asked Amelia Bedelia. Candy turned around in her seat. They're out of dough, she said. So no more pizza Fridays? Asked Amelia Bedelia. What does that have to do with the baby chicks? It means that there's simply no extra money for a new incubator, Miss Garcia explained. She shook her head sadly. It looks like we're not going to be able to hatch chicks after all. Ah, the class groaned. I'm sorry, said Miss Garcia. I know how disappointing this is. Amelia Bedelia and her friend sat in stunned silence until all of a sudden Amelia Bedelia started to laugh. What's so funny? Asked Miss Garcia. You fooled us, Miss Garcia, Amelia Bedelia said. Did I? Asked Miss Garcia. It's a late April Fool's joke, right? Said Amelia Bedelia. Mrs. Garcia sighed. I really wish I was joking, she said. Me too, said Amelia Bedelia, her eyes wide. Not even Clay had anything to say after that. And tune in next time when we read the next chapter, Egg on Her Face.